So the strangers are gonna walk you around and kind of go through the locations. This is kind of an interactive Q&A, so they'll tell stories. If you have any questions, by all means ask them. We're gonna, as far as I know, the exteriors of the office were shot here and the interiors as well. The pool and then the playground scenes with Kinsley, and then Luke and Kinsley when they're talking and they have that great moment, like that brother and sister moment, and he takes the cigarette from her. All that was up there as well. So we'll go here, there, and then there. I'm gonna let them kind of take you, but after that, if you want to grab your chairs, looks like we're gonna have a beautiful night. I'm gonna show the movie right here. Kind of set up chairs there. So during the movie, you'll be able to see this, you'll be able to see that up there, and the pool. So hopefully it'll be as meta and crazy as possible.
Awesome.
But sincerely, guys, today has been absolutely incredible. And
it has.
Again, let's give it up. Thanks for you guys for coming out. But yeah, so go for it.
Okay, hi. My name's Damien. Met some of you in the pool and over there. Yeah, turn that off. Yeah, so the movie The Strangers Pray at Night is filmed here. Although it wasn't called The Strangers Pray at Night. It was called like the movie title changed like 8 times while we were filming it. I think the backs of the chairs would just keep changing. There was Strangers 2 for a while. So yeah, it was the exteriors. This is where Christina Hendricks, Cindy, right? Maybe? Okay. Walks in there and she gets the keys and a note from maybe the strangers, maybe Uncle Marty, Marvin, Tamara. Yeah, and then later on, Lewis, whose name was Luke, right? Yeah, I saw that. He goes in there and he's like, help, crying. He's always like, help. And one of 30 times someone says, leave us alone in the movie. And he makes a phone call to the cops. And he passes by a slushing machine, which is moved. Everything's moved.
Everything.
And the pinup gets in his face, and I lick the window. I remember licking the window of that thing. It had not been cleaned.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, and all that happened there. And you've been inside there. Yeah, things have changed. I think Kenny bought a lamp or something. Conestoga wagon. And in movie magic world, Luke leaves there and winds up there because it's movie magic.
And there's no lake.
There's no lake in The Strangers Pray at Night, but there is a lake where we filmed it, and that's the lake. We never went in the lake. Yeah. What else could you say? Any questions?
Yeah.
What?
So Leah, you're
questions?
like heavily in this scene. Is there anything you remember, kind of when you're stalking around?
Oh yeah. Long short of it, I was actually hired as the double for pinup, and things happened. And I was standing out here actually, like I came in my first day and I was showing the actor like how to do a fight with Lewis, and like there was this whole big fight scene, and we rehearsed it and everything, and then I'm standing out here like waiting to get thrown through a bookshelf, and hear my name being screamed by the stunt coordinator, and I was like, it's like, it's you, go. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And we did this whole fight. It was really kind of cool, but then apparently I was told, and I don't know how much truth there is to this, but they did change the mask. The mask that I was wearing that day didn't end up being the version they went with later. And also I was told my arms looked too muscly, so he couldn't use a lot of the fight. I was like,
yeah, that whole fight scene was cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an actress from Hollywood cast this pin up, and they
She cut her hair.
they fired her.
She cut and dyed her hair black, and it was like blonde and
Nice
long.
girl.
Yeah, she was super nice, but apparently
Probably strung out on drugs now.
Yeah, so it was bad news bears.
That's what happens.
Yeah, so
She was in a
Kentucky just chews you up and spits you out.
Well, that's like they told me, like, she was like she auditioned and everything, and like I guess was like
With
claustrophobic.
a mask. I think it was I think she had a paper plate.
Yeah, it was like a paper plate or something.
Yeah, then
but,
she was like claustrophobic in the mask.
And then I was like,
And then they
okay.
came up to me. They were like, "Are you okay wearing the mask?" I was like, well, I kind of knew
Yeah,
that's what the whole thing
the whole
was.
thing. At night, running through the woods.
They got to me and they're like, "You're cool wearing this for a few hours, right? It's really hard to take off." I was like,
Yeah, it was apparently.
"They're feeding me
thing.
through a straw. It's great."
Yeah, there's a lot of straws.
A whole thing that happened, and I mean, I'm pleased with how it turned out. Like, I'm not mad about it, but yeah, it was a lot. There was a lot more that happened in there that was.
Yeah, and that fight thing, did they film that fight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, we filmed it. We shot it. But
Something like a phone being ripped out of the wall?
yeah,
right?
like no, I stabbed into the phone book.
Right, okay.
Yeah, and like I guess like it was too muscly for pinup.
And that was here.
That was here. Yeah. Yeah. And it was all rearranged. Like the desk was over here, and then we put like set dressing in the middle, and I was like, it was actually pretty cool because I was like stabbing through the holes in the thing at Lewis, and he was like trying to get away, and it was really neat. And then like we were like tussling, and he like froze me through a thing, and it was great. But you know, they changed the mask and too many muscles, so they cut it.
There was a bunch of stuff cut
Yeah.
from this movie, a lot of little things. Which,
Yeah, we did a lot of work
hopefully
that-
some boutique outfit will do a Blu-ray or something.
Right.
Really deep dive into that.
Yeah.
At the
The pee scene, they gotta put
Fire.
the pee scene.
I had a whole scene that I had to pretend to be a baby. I had to
Really?
talk
Did
to
you
a baby.
really?
Yeah. No, I got cut. It's where the Jack in the Box is. But, like Bailey comes in and I'm supposed to be like a little lost kid. That she's like gonna come help that's gotten trapped in this trailer. Like obviously, like, I understand why I got
All
cut.
you could
It
do
was-
is like
it was
sexy
odd.
baby talk,
I
right?
was like, oh
You
my
little
God,
flame.
I'm a little scared. Yeah, that's
What a
exactly I
wacky
did.
movie exists.
No, they ended up cutting it and CGIing that Jack in the Box in there.
And my favorite scene is Kinsey hides and I'm out on foot and she ducks under something and I walk by and then I come back and it's camera's on her and you just see my legs and I start urinating.
I
And
thought
it's
they
like,
kept that.
no, it's not in there. I don't know why anyone bothers to watch a movie after they find out. So yeah, I'm just like peeing like an inch from her face, and I'm like I insisted on doing it. So and I had like this Hudson
for
sprayer thing there, and I'm trying to get the stream, and your Highness is like, it's too thick. The stream, Damien, you got to pee. No. Like pee right by her face. Do not pee on her. The stream is too strong. And so I'm getting pee direction. Thing, and it was pretty good, but I don't know why they cut it.
There's nothing like a
Not
British
classy
person
enough.
yelling at you on how to pee.
Yeah, he yelled. He cursed like
Curse.
a pirate.
Do you guys
driving a
remember
truck.
how long y'all were here at the park?
We filmed here for like 5 or 6 days.
Yeah. It was whirling. Yeah.
There
I mean, so we were on
was
night.
2 days at the pool.
Was it back and forth, or did you do all your stuff here at once?
I was staying an hour away with Stunts because I
The
was,
pool was-
more lowly than these two.
The pool was the last
I was staying in my
year.
cousin's basement.
So
Amazing.
you know,
They
the
put me
first
up in
thing
some
was
hotel.
here,
No? They're like, you're
and
local hire,
then
so for
yeah,
union
so the
reasons,
first
we can't
stuff
have
was
you.
here, and then we went to the playground for driving stuff,
Don't wear that.
and the Kinsey Luke scene with the cigarette, and then the pool was.
But nothing town to town, back and forth.
Yeah, I don't think we did it all in one shot. Like we went and filmed other things
Yeah.
and then came back here. But this is about. We filmed most of the movies filmed like right outside of the airport, CBG. You know, it used to be a town, but like the airport bought it and cleared it out, so now it's just all grass. But and 2 houses that wouldn't refuse to move that were on like either side.
Yeah, that's
So
weird.
just acres, and they brought in all these trailers and made a trailer park.
We went there this morning. You can't match nothing up. Just road and grass. pretty
Yeah,
much.
that's it. I mean, when I went there, I just thought it was fucking trailer park. I was like, oh man, how did they find this place?
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah, I was like,
Because we dressed
and like
it.
you know, throughout filming there, like it was pretty wild because you know, you just wander. And they'd be like, you know, a truck jammed into a trailer, like a chair with ropes and blood, just like these frozen, horrible moments throughout this town. A lot of coyotes. I'm from New York.
A lot of coyotes.
We don't have any coyotes in New
A
York.
lot of coy boys out there.
But like I remember the first thing I filmed was stabbing Martin in the van, And like we stopped, and I was just like, "Is that like children yelling? Like what is this noise?" And they're like, "It's yotes." It sounds like children screaming.
There were multiple scenes where they would tell me to like go, like they go, "Oh, go back there." It's like your mark starts like all the way back there in those trees by yourself. Awesome, perfect. I'd hear rustling. I'd hear. It was horrifying, and I'm like, "Please let me call action. I've been here for a while."
I'm in like a yote nest.
I mean, there are koi boys all around me. I'm defenseless to them.
And isn't that located like really close to an airport? Wasn't
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
airport
there
always
was
located?
a lot of stopping for planes.
Yeah.
That was about it. Any questions?
And they were right there.
What time of year was it filmed again?
Started at the end of May and went through to mid-July. It wasn't too bad though. And we couldn't start filming until 9 p.m.
Yeah,
so
we're filming nights.
it was like 9 p.m. to about 6 or 7 a.m.
Yep.
And then like a few of us would go to this place called Peacocks, if anyone knows it. It's quite a fancy establishment. You could smoke in there. There's like wood panel. And the beer's like 75 cents. What year is it?
So Emma, you only had scenes at the trailer park, right? So you've never.
This is my first time, so feel free to ask me any detailed question about the park and my like wonderful memories here.
She didn't even know how to get in
The
there.
memories of
I did. I got
2
lost.
hours ago.
You have wonderful memories
Yeah.
now.
That makes
Well, I
sense.
met you, and I met you, and I met you.
You were there. You were there.
But she is from the state, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
good old
Oh wow.
Kentucky girl.
Any other questions?
Other than events like this, do you guys still keep in touch, or is this your first time seeing
He used to tweet me on my birthday, but we stopped.
That was like right after. We're
Yeah,
like,
I
we're
was
all
like,
best
"Aw."
friends. And I was like,
Then we made new friends. We're like, never mind.
See you guys later. You're the best.
"Hey."
Thank you.
Now they're strangers.
You know, you talk to
That's the sad part, right?
Come together
Now
for
we
the
really are
killing.
strangers.
Any other questions? You sure? Because I'll never answer another one after. Yeah.
Now, just individually, whether it made it to the film or not, what was each of your favorite scenes to film, whether it was cut or not?
Peeing.
Peeing, okay. I figured it was going to be the
You know, the interesting thing about this movie was like, you know, when you read these scripts, it'll play in your head somehow. This movie, for the most part, did kind of happen as it did in my head, except it was a little zanier. But when I read the script, I didn't want to do it because I was like quitting. I didn't want to do this shit. But I read the van scene with the father, and I was like, this is really cool. So that's kind of what made me do it. So that's probably my favorite scene. Is that. Although the pool stuff was
So
great.
the scene that made you do it is the first one you filmed?
Yeah, and I was like, good, I'm done.
When I read the script, that was my favorite.
That was probably the most disturbing scene.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
Right.
That would be. It was kind of harrowing.
How many takes did that like? Because Martin's performance was like his reaction was.
Probably like 3 or 4. Martin's he's a serious actor. So,
Yeah.
So we would do it, and then he would like stay in kind of mode. He'd be like,
Yeah.
I'd like sit here and listen to him mewing, like a reset,
Turn the radio
and then
on.
he'd be like, I'll get you ice cream or like puppies. You want a unicorn? And I was just like, I never met him before.
Wow.
And one time, because I had a retractable ice pick.
Ice pick, yeah.
And he was like, just get me. And I got him, and it didn't retract. I could feel it not retracting, and you just heard.
Well, you never see the puncture, right? I mean,
No.
yeah, it's off screen.
Movie magic. It was dipped into a cup of blood when I pulled it out, and the blood was there. But I did cut myself in that because the windshield is broken, and this is Brandon comes in here. And then they had all fake, like prop glass, whatever, safety glass, which is all kind of white. And then the real glass is blue, and there was just one little sliver of real glass in there. I didn't see it. And when I come in, Johannes was like, he would always be like, just play around. And I came in and I wiped off the dashboard, I would clean off the dashboard of glass and tighten things up in there. And I'm in there, the mask, and I sit down the first time and I clean off the dashboard, and you just hear, ah! And I was like, what the hell is going on in there? I was like, I'm cut, and everyone's running around, this little cut. They're like, get him out of there. The medic comes over, is like, really?
Really, dude?
No,
Wow.
Martin had a dog that was on set with us, and during that scene, I was holding the dog.
Sammy.
I was holding Sammy.
No
and
matter-
Sammy was not happy that his owner was.
If Martin's in the movie, there's a dog 3 feet away from
Wow.
what's happening there. So yeah, like be like stabbing him. The dog's like in my face. Like, can someone hold this thing?
And that was my job.
Yeah, Sammy was delightful.
Sammy was very.
But he would be on the transpo van, Sammy, and he would take up the whole seat, and there's not enough room, so you'd be like sitting by the window, and Sammy would just be leaning into you like this.
I think my favorite scene to film was the first like doll face scene. So not the camera home, but like when I come in and stab the table. That was my first night of filming. So another first night of filming, and I had just gone there for the hair people to give me a haircut. I was not supposed to be there that night. Like to stay, I was not supposed to film. And they're like, oh well, she's here. We just go ahead and film her big scene. And I was like, okay.
And that was in a warehouse, right?
Yeah, and that was in a warehouse.
There was a warehouse near the trailer park that they built the trailers in.
Oh, the interiors.
Yeah. No, that was just crazy because it was just like everything was happening so fast. I didn't have time to prepare. Anyway, they give me this knife and they're like, okay, stab the table. Don't really stab it. Don't really. But this is a real knife. And I'm like, so you just want me to like not stab the table, but stab the table. So I go in, I stab the table as hard as I can in the moment. I went full method. I just started stabbing shit. And chased him in the bathroom. Anyway, but then like first AD came out. I was like, I'm so sorry. I just stabbed it. There's a dent. He was like, no, that was great. Keep doing that. So I think by the end of like all the takes that we did of that scene, it was just like 10 like stab marks in the table, which was pretty cool.
And then the AD was fired that day.
Yeah, and we never saw him again.
Oh,
Yeah.
except the dog in the beginning of the movie, the adorable German Shepherd.
His name was
He was
Zeus, I think.
great. He's lovely. It was his first movie. But everyone wanted to pet him, and he was just so chill. And everyone's always around him trying to pet him, and I just want to pet the fucking dog. Sorry about the kids. I have my own kids that curse. I just want to pet the dog, but there's no openings to pet the dog. And I'm starting to get really aggravated. I was like, Emma, I just want to pet the dog. And she was like, well, so do I. And I left, and I come back. I was like, Emma, they're looking for you. They want to shoot the movie. They're looking for you. And Emma runs off, and I'm like,
I was so
and
mad.
she just comes back.
I
She's like,
embarrassed myself. I was like, Johannes, you asked for me? He was like, no. Like,
hey, he was
why
just
are you
like,
here?
which one are you? And she comes back. She's just like, that was not nice. Anyway, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Your favorite?
I was asked this question earlier, and I kind of have two. Obviously, the pool scene, because like I'm a bailiwick. It's like right in my lane of running and eating shit. You know, that's what I do. That's what I do best. And I met my best friend that day, so I think that's part of why that was my favorite day. Like,
I know you hadn't met.
no, we met 2 hours before that scene.
That's so beautiful.
We went to, like, she flew in from New Orleans, and the stunt team went to dinner, and I was like, oh, hi. She seemed cool. And actually, the day we got here, like, they were like, hey, we want to do a walkthrough and story time at the pool. And I was like, I'm not dressed. I need to put pads on and everything. They're like, no, you'll have time. I was like, okay, cool. So I just brought them with me. And like every other time when they say you're going to have time, you won't. So I was like, they're like, okay, you ready? And I was like, no, I thought we were story timing and walking through it. And this woman I just met 2 hours ago was like, hi, I know I just met you 2 hours ago, but would you mind putting your hands all the way down my pants and putting my hips and knees on while I put the rest of these on? She was like, I got you. Like shoving pads in me as fast as we could. And, yeah, and we became fast friends, obviously. And now she lives 7 houses up the street from me. Yeah, so that's probably my favorite day because of that. But I did actually, my other favorite was probably the first day I was here working here. Because I got the job. After she couldn't handle it. I got to come back. I was supposed to only be, there was a scene that was supposed to happen where I was supposed to be like chasing Bailey in a car through the trailer park, like mowing over like mailboxes and toys and stuff. And I was really excited for that scene. And like, I practiced with the Jeep, practiced driving on flat tires basically, because it was supposed to be like, before the Jeep gets really busted, and just didn't ever happen. I was very sad about that. Yeah. Those are my favorites. Short and sweet.
To the pool.
Yeah, I mean, ran from in there to here. I know I told some of you guys, it was Lewis who was actually swinging the golf club, which was a real golf club. And generally, we had a rubber golf club, but we didn't. And we didn't have a stunt guy swinging it either. So, and we did the take way too many times. Way too many times. Lydia and Jess were standing right there watching, and they were like, I could hear him. Guys, don't do that every time. And I was running. I started almost at the stairs, and because I was just starting on the corner, and they're like, no, we want you to be full speed running when you round the corner. And I was like, okay. So I run out, and we told him, I told Liz, I was like, okay, here's your mark. Stand here, don't move your feet. So just keep your feet planted. Because most time when people swing stuff, you step in and swing, right? That's the normal feel. And he did a great job, except for one take, where he did step in, and I literally was like, uh-oh. I saw the thing coming, and I was trying to turn in the air to get out of the way, and the golf club just scraped the mask. It was very close. Yeah. I was very over that scene. I was like, let's do this. I'm done. Can we do 1 or 2 more? I think we did it 10 or 15 times. Yeah, and I was on concrete, there was no pads. And it was funny, when I was laying down earlier, the way I fell when I actually did the scene was how I laid down originally. And then they shot his scene with a photo double laying there because Stunts was off doing other things. And they actually turned her because I didn't fall that way. I laid down exactly how I fell when I did the scene the first time, which is funny. Movie magic. Yeah, that was fun. Questions?
And what was your scene here like?
It was so good.
You did a great job. You slayed it.
So good.
You should have come to visit.
I should have. I didn't know I could. This was my first big movie, and I was like, I'm not allowed to do anything. They're not gonna let me on. I'll be a burden. So I was scared, and I was like, I could have come. I wish I did, but I didn't. Could have gotten free slush pops. Yeah. Really missed out.
And I didn't even know there was a lake until I saw it during the day. I was like, how'd that get there? You can't see it at night. I was like, nothing. I had no idea.
I was going to ask that how you guys filmed it without being able to see the lake in the background.
That was a camera.
Was that night?
I never saw the lake.
I didn't see it at all. Even working, running from there, I didn't even know it was there.
Side of things.
Yeah, it was
in the movie.
flat. Yeah.
Was this before the trailer park or the trailer park before?
We kind of went back and forth.
It was in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't know if you were done before this was.
No, because
Okay.
I remember I came back to set and everyone was talking about their fun time at the pool. And I was like, wow, I thought it was great. That was really fun.
10, 15 takes to get with the golf club.
Yeah. Great time. Great time. Yeah.
Was this any of your guys' first time dying on, on the film? Filming a death scene? And
I've never survived anything I've been in.
How does it feel watching yourself die on screen when you sit down and watch it?
I didn't die in this movie.
I think you did. I think you did.
No, I think I died the first time on Walking Dead in season 4. Yeah. When Michael Cudliss's character was introduced. That female walker that comes up and he smashes her in the head.
That's you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right
It's
on.
got blonde stringy hair.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'll have to go back and look
I was
at that.
actually doing payroll, and that was right when I got into
Season
stunts.
4, Walking Dead.
And I wanted to do stunts, and like long
Abraham
short of
killed
it,
her?
They
Oh, okay.
were able to use me, and I was like, yes, let's do this. And the guy, Michael Cutlass, didn't know it was me. Like, I'd been paying him all year, so this was in November. And he's like, you know, he got close, so we had to do, you know, movie magic stuff. So, like, he takes a crowbar and, like, smashes it in my head, so I'm, like, stuck on the truck. But they
Oh,
had,
wow.
like, a crowbar just kind of right in front of my face, and when he ripped it out, it ripped some of the lip of my prosthetics off, and my little lip was, like, hanging on.
I totally
And he
remember
realized
that.
It was me, and he was like, oh, my God. I can't do this to you again. And I'm like, no, I'm stunts today. And he was like, but you pay me. And I'm like, no, but I'm stunts today. It's fine. I'll still pay you. It's fine. Yeah, that was the first step for me.
I got a question. There's a lot of hurry up and wait in all movies. So
100%.
during the waiting times, I mean, were those fun? Did you guys make it fun? What was the general atmosphere? Did you guys tell jokes? Did you guys mess with each other, play pranks? Like, how was the waiting time, the waiting portion of the hurry up and wait?
Sometimes I'd stand outside the trailers with Lewis and Damien while they smoke cigarettes, and I'd say, it's really bad for your life. Or I'd sit in my trailer and listen to Percy Jackson on audiobook, because that was something I was doing at the time.
I was generally working with a stunt team, like doing safety, like fire safety, or like whatever we were safetying at the time. So if I wasn't pinned up doing something, I was off with the stunt team prepping something. Like we had to prep the trailer that the truck goes through. We had literally like tearing walls down and making it so we knew the truck would go through and Cal wasn't gonna die. You know, like making sure he wasn't gonna actually get impaled as the truck goes through the thing. We had to like even it out, like put a bunch of gravel in it. We did a lot of work that y'all didn't have to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good group. It was a good group.
Yeah,
It was, like I said, oftentimes I would just go wander off in the trailer park and you know, just look at things.
Contemplate.
I'm kind of, I'm a fun guy. I'm always making, keeping it light for people. So, it was a good group of folks for the most part.
So the shot in the pool where you stabbed Lewis
Yeah.
and it's bleeding out. Like, do you remember how y'all did the blood? Like, was it?
I'll never forget it. Yeah, because it was like 6 in the morning. They're like, the sun's coming up, we gotta get in there. So they put a blood bag on Lewis's back, and the effects team was like, so as soon as you touch that, that's gonna pop. So make sure that when you hit it, you're ready to go. I was like, all right, got it. And they keep telling me, like, don't hit it, don't hit it. I was like, I heard you, I heard you. So we get in there, and I get Lewis, and I have the fake knife, but it's off to the side, and I just hit him, nothing, and I hit him, nothing, hit him. So anyone up here sees this. Lewis just like shaking, and just boom, boom. I'm just like, the fucking sack of my head, and Johannes is like, Damien, what are you doing? And I'm like, it's it's not, this is Ziploc, is this what? So they gotta drag him out there because the sun's coming up, and they readjust it, and they do the thing, like, all right, as soon as I touch it, it's gonna burst. I got it. Let's go. Get back in there, I catch him, I hit it, nothing. And I was like, and I just took the little tip of the knife, I was like, boop. All the blood came out.
Wow.
Dead, and they're like, all right, get it out, because you gotta do it again.
Wow.
How do they get it out?
Yeah.
People just went in there and waved it to the sides. Big Hollywood production. People just waving bugs and blood. That's it. Because there was camera people in the pool, so they were just like.
I still think it would take a while.
Everyone waves blood.
Wow.
I could have came up with that. Nobody asked me.
And my favorite moment here was Lewis and I had what people refer to as bromance, which is no longer. But, we went on a couple of little dates. He'll never admit to it. But so we had a pretty good thing going, and I swung that axe at him probably like 150 times here, and then we were feeling really good, and I came at him. And I swung it so hard, I lifted myself up in the air, and I fell back and bonk on the pavement. And I had the bag on my head, but I was like so embarrassed. I was just like,
You didn't.
but
have
everyone
that?
thought I knocked myself unconscious. Because Cal runs always, oh, no. Guy. I'm not moving. They're like, I'm like, I'm fine.
You know
Like, no.
why we didn't think you're fine? Because usually if a stunt person gets up, we hop up real fast. We're like, oh, we're good.
I'm just, because I was like, I forgot my face. I'm like, oh, it's like, but it's all covered. So, yeah. But I distinctly remember the next day was an off day. Because like, when I woke up,
Oh,
I was
I
like,
bet you were hurting.
I don't want to do this.
I was hurting. I was padded up. I'm sure that did not feel good.
The
That's okay.
swinging.
Oh,
A lot
yeah.
of swinging. The swimming and stuff. Sorry. Horrible.
Stabbing's
Is this why you went into the voice acting stuff?
Yeah, none of this shit.
How was Johannes' director?
Oh, he's probably the funniest person I've ever met.
He's right.
He's just energy. I mean, I don't know. He was like, he's delightful.
He's a little intimidating. I was scared of everything.
Intimidating. He's got like wild hair.
He looked like a mad
You know who Yahoo
scientist.
Serious is?
Yeah,
he
he
looks like
does.
a British Yahoo
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah.
And he's always like, oh,
What are you fucking doing over there?
what the fuck is that? Jesus Christ, like Brian Bertino's coming and set a fucking bonfire going on in the background. But he was lovely. He's a huge nerd because no matter what, I'd be doing a scene, I'd just hear in the back, I think I'm going to play an 80s love ballad here. he was wonderful. He was wonderful.
That was my next question. If Brian was on set.
No.
Never?
I doubt Brian Bertino's ever seen this movie.
Really?
That
Wow.
was just completely removed from him. It's like that. He wrote that script, and then it just like knocked around for so long, and someone else bought the rights to it, and like legally he had to put his name on as producer.
Oh.
But, I mean, he had nothing to do with it, and it was rewritten.
Because he has like co-writing credit, I thought.
Just because he wrote the original script.
Ah, I see.
But the original pool part thing is a massacre. It's like a whole bunch of victims. Originally, only I think Dollface dies in it. I think.
Oh.
And Man of the Mask loses a hand, and then the two go riding off into the sunset. There was a lot of different stuff.
I was put onto this probably like a month before filming, if not sooner. So
I think it's Dollface dies. That script was on the internet for a long time. It's like everyone had read it. Because people would message me, does this happen? Does that happen?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, they're like, is there a pool scene in the movie? I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah, it's a massacre, right? One guy hurt one guy. His sister saves him.
Didn't that script open up with like the strangers come back and killing Liv Tyler's character from the first
There's a
movie?
mother in the beginning of that original script, and they were like, thinking about bringing Liv Tyler back. Doesn't make any fucking sense.
After everything was done, were you happy with how the movie turned out?
I was, yeah. I thought I think it was a lot of fun. I'm no stranger to disowning movies. I got a few coming out that I'm already like, what? No, very happy. I really enjoy it. I think it's beautifully shot. Well, we did Ryan Samuels.
Yeah, it is.
Brilliant.
Looks great.
He went and I did Haunt with him too. He's great. He had the mustache, and he's such a fucking cool guy. And he, like, the camera guys are doing their thing. They're like, don't talk to people. They're just like, the camera stuff. But he would always walk over and talk to me. Be like, what you're doing is so fantastic. It's like, what? You're talking to me? I was like, and it was so nice. He was great, and I just liked everyone. I love Johannes. Still talk to him. They're just delightful folks. It was a good time. Not too hot.
Red Ruby had an alternate ending where you actually go in and kill everybody that was filmed.
There's an alternate ending where I show up at the hospital and bury an axe and a doctor. in Bailey's, Luke's room or whatever. And that was shot. So we shot like, there was the original ending. The original ending of this script that we were supposed to film was me running through, showing, like the cop talks to Kinsey. He's like, we found your parents and the two ladies you described, but there was no man found to fit your description. And then it's me bursting through this nurse's station at the hospital and the whole thing. But then they scrapped that. And then it was like, we're gonna kill him. I was like, But then we shot the bridge scene. The winger video was shot, and Johannes was like, "That's me." Oh, he's like, "That's it. This is the ending. Like this is it." And it's so Johannes because he is like an '80s music video, and he's like, "This is it." But Bailey was like, "What? I need my crack at him. Damien, tell him." I was like, "Fine." Fuck what I say. She did a little foot stomping, and they're like, so we filmed that. So we filmed the truck thing falling off and laying in the pavement. But then a few months later I went to film Haunt, and some of those people were on there, same producer and stuff, and they came up to me and said the test audiences aren't happy with the ending, so we're gonna film you coming back. And I was like, fucking A! Let's do it! So went back there, Johannes came back, and then Ryan was already filming Haunt with me, and then we filmed a scene where I cut the doctor down, and they got rid of that doctor and they replaced him with Brianna as the doctor, and so I killed her, and I was like, I don't care which doctor it is. And she comes in, she goes, "Oh, you're up," and then I'm behind her and she drops down, there's me, and Johannes is like, "We're gonna freeze frame on here." It's fucking A, yeah, man. Yes! And the movie came out. Someone was like, "I just saw it." I was like, "Well, how about that ending?" They're like, yeah, that's cool. I was like, "But yeah, man, I'm still there." They're like, "What?" I was like, you left on the pavement. I was like, "Well, at least I got the pee scene." They're like, "What?" I was like, "What is going on?"
Are you still in the movie?
I was like, "Am I in at all? Does Emma have more screen time than me? Tell me now." And they're like, "It's close." I was like, "It's close?" She wasn't even at the pool.
I was never at the park.
She never even been there. She doesn't even go here.
I liked it.
So I have a genuine
Fun.
affection for the movie.
I really like
Not those fucking remakes.
I was talking. I really like the soundtrack.
Yes.
Yeah, the soundtrack's really good.
Did you want to head to the park?
Let's do it.
You can tell your story.
I
As we
wasn't
walk.
sorry. I just said I like the soundtrack. I love it.
Say.
Big 80s music. This was my personal favorite choice, actually. Cambodia, Tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This song rips.
Do you know where the swings were, Damien? Because I was not involved in this.
Swing?
Yeah, wasn't there swings or something?
Yeah, but it wasn't here.
Yeah.
To the other location.
Trailer park, right?
Trailer park.
What was done in the playground? I don't remember.
Here, well, the two kiddos
In there? Okay.
talk there, and she's smoking, but she's not inhaling.
That's right.
And he takes a cigarette, puts it out, and he gives her a real heart to heart, and you're like, "Oh, these two, they're gonna make it." And so here was the truck driving around. She hides in the pipe.
Mm-hmm.
So most of that was Cal because he was like, "This is dangerous work." But I could
Because
drive it
Cal.
a little bit, but yeah, he was like, "This is a man needs to do this." So they built like little pipes and stuff, which aren't here. I forgot they built that.
So this was the undisclosed location you were driven to.
Yeah, I guess. I have no idea. I
Oh,
was
when
like,
they blindfolded you?
Yeah, I rode in a van and I was not.
That was the
here.
kind of thing. It was like they would just put you in a van and drive you to spots on the thing, and you just get out.
It's kind of weird if you think about our jobs. Like some random person will call you and be like, "Hey, do you want to work in this movie?" And we're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Cool, get on a plane. Give me all your information." We're like, "Yeah."
Get in this
and like they don't even ask
van.
questions. We're like, "Obviously, this is
Just wait
amazing."
here, some Teamsters gonna pick you up.
Yeah, exactly. We're like, cool. And if you actually think about like normal people, we're not normal. Here, get in my car. Yeah. Question.
It's where we play basketball.
But no dunking.
Yeah. Where I dunked on Damien.
Say that in front of the sign.
No dunking.
Not get hit by his car.
Respect the sign, Emma.
Such a rule breaker.
It wasn't
You're
here
right.
before.
Didn't dunk on shit.
Tell me you weren't here without telling me you weren't here.
I can't even read.
There was a lot of Airhead candy.
There was a lot of.
There was.
Yeah. Bailey had was like a spokesperson for Airhead candy. She was never eating it, but she was giving it out. And it was just boxes of Airhead candy. We filmed the bridge scene, the fire in the bridge in the Winger video. That was like right on this Mennonite farm.
Which they didn't tell us it was a Mennonite farm before we got there.
In Maysville.
So that was interesting, showing up on a Mennonite farm in
Yeah.
tank tops
Yeah,
and leggings.
that was
and-
like a travel and
Yeah.
hotel day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a Mennonite farm, they got like 50 kids or whatever. And, yeah, so we're just hanging out in this Mennonite farm. I'm in the trailer, and that was the first time the burn makeup was put on me, and there's like 50 kids shoved in the trailer, and they're all watching. This is cool. Bailey comes in, and she's like doing the head tilt thing. And she's like all peppy and stuff, and she says,
Safe.
I don't know. That was crazy. Yeah, and there was just they were running around till like 3 in the morning.
It's like in the middle of the night, there's no ambient light because there's not electricity, and they're laughing and running through the woods like a real life Children of the Corn situation. It was terrifying. I was like, no, I don't fuck
I was
with
like, why
kids
do you have
laughing
a
in the woods.
pitchfork?
It was like real. It was beautiful.
They were hunting coyotes.
Yeah, it was like you could hear them. It sounded like a whole herd of them.
Yeah.
Because and they were just and you hear
That was a
through
cool
the woods and can't see anything.
That bridge
Yes.
is gone now.
Yes.
Tore that bridge down.
I think you heard that.
Yeah. Did they replace it or just like?
No, I
pick
think
up
they
your-
just like they were like, we don't need this bridge. So
Ah.
like it's not over anything except
Yeah.
land.
Yeah.
So we're just it's historic.
Yeah, that was a cool bridge. Off in the bushes on the side.
Gave it one last good run. There's like nothing left from this one.
That was well said.
There's no swing set, no tubes.
No, yeah.
No tubes, no trailer parks.
No dunking.
Donkey.
No dunking.
No lights.
Woodchuck.
I've never even been here. I also would have known about the dunking.
Anything else?
I'm
Anything
embarrassed.
else? What about you? You've been awfully quiet.
Kind of suspicious. You want an airhead?
Yeah, too bad Bailey can't come.
All right.
Like 30 years you can get Bailey to come to one of these things.
Right. That'll be fun.
When Hollywood spat her out. Anything? Anything? Come on. One more good one. Yeah. That's it. All right. It's over. Oh, yeah, yeah.
What song would you add to the Strangers soundtrack if you could add your own song to the 80s?
In the band, before I stabbed Martin, I had strongly recommended Book of Love by ABC, which does have a stranger in the lyrics, but that's what I insisted to use. Of course, it
Caroling Moon, Echo of the Bunnymen. Good 80s classic.
Johannes is what was it? Steinman, Jim Steinman. He's a big Jim Steinman fan, so anything Steinman wrote, I think probably every song in this movie Jim Steinman wrote. So he was just going to do all Jim Steinman soundtrack. Book of Love. Or Poison Arrow, ABC. That's it.
That's the one.
Good question. Good question. Anything?
If you guys had the opportunity to make another movie, even if it's a prequel, that way you guys are still alive.
I would love to
Would
do
you
a
guys
prequel.
come back?
Yeah, I think a prequel
I don't know if they'd ask us. They made a third one.
They've made 3 more.
Oh, they
made
have?
a trilogy.
Oh, wow.
What?
They're probably reboots though.
I guess they don't want us back.
Yeah.
What's a different company? The rights to these movies are all over the place. Like they don't have the rights to this movie. The rights to this movie are in like probably a debt collector account. Averon Pictures, the awesome distributor, the CEO of that, he's in prison because he stole millions of dollars. He had a T-Rex skull in his foyer. Great guy. So the Pray at Night rights are like, that's why you can't get shirts or anything because no one can get the merchandising rights. So it's like a debt collection. It's like, you get calls like, hey, this is, we're just calling debt collectors. You guys owe $750,000 for Pray at Night. I had a bag of my So yeah, this company, Sweet Pea Entertainment, got the rights to the first one. So that's who's remaking it. Rennie Harlan directed all 3. He's not wild. Rennie. But so it wasn't up to me. Anyway.
But would you do a prequel? I would. It'd be fun. I want to know why.
What would a prequel be? Like with me working at like Subway or something?
That's what I want to know.
Like how would y'all met?
Yeah.
Like who are y'all?
Probably Craigslist.
You'd see like the faces and stuff.
For being honest.
I don't think I would want to.
Yeah,
It
it's
could
just
just be an in-between between the first one and this one, just something in between. You guys could be doing a whole
Just
different...
more strangering?
Yeah, more strangering.
That's a good title.
But like
Just more strangers. Just us like casually going out and going grocery
wants
shopping.
to find out who they are, but once you do,
That would be scary.
kills it. Like,
Was that ever
movie
discussed?
I did. It's the same question for those things. Like prequel. It's like I don't think you want to know that he's an accountant.
was that ever talked about? Like who y'all's relationship?
Not to me.
As soon as the movie made its money back, which was the first weekend, yeah, there was sequel talks. Just because like I'm friends with one of the producer guys, so they were firing it up, but like the companies just started imploding from within, and then it was just damned.
You guys won the show.
I've read some theories on why they chose the name Tamara, but usually it's because something as simple as like naming it after somebody on the cast. Did they ever let you guys know who that person was?
You don't ever.
I just assumed it was my name.
And you're going to the door asking if you're home?
It was really existential.
You would. And that makes sense that you would, but that's not an answer. No, they never told. And there was like no backstory.
Yeah, no.
Nobody cared. It's better that way. It's just like a really like their way to unwind, like a hobby. Play music like when you're working out. This is their workout.
Can we get you to say the line?
Which one?
Just start going through all of them. We'll stop you when it gets to these ones.
Are you gonna shoot me?
Are you gonna shoot me?
Why not?
Oh my God, it's just like the moon.
Why are you doing this?
Why not?
It's like the moon.
Is Tamara home?
Can I help you?
Is Tamara home? Apparently my voice changed, so I don't know how accurate
voice
to movies.
Is Tamara home?
I got old, okay? I was like so spry and young. My voice hadn't dropped. I had a squeaky
I called her
voice.
today. Yeah, I haven't talked to her in 20 years. And she's like, hello. And I was like,
Is Tamara?
like, yeah, this is me. I'm coming there. I was like, well, where's Emma? And I was on this movie every single day. Johannes called me. They called me every single day. Just in case he would want to put me behind like a tree or something. Because he'd always be like, he's standing here. Of course he's fucking me. He's always fucking me. You know what? I'm putting behind that tree or something.
No.
But then it never was. I just hung around.
You were in that suit.
I ate the food.
You lived in that suit. I never saw you out of the suit.
Just in the suit. I'm like, I'm here. Never in the trailer though. Out there with the team.
You were with the team, yeah.
Out with the team.
That's true.
Okay? Team player. Good person. Smoking. Smoking. Lewis did not smoke.
In my head,
Ever.
he did. You're right. He was really against it. I remember now from that scene. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I guess he was just there. He's really like a second hand.
He never. He's Bill Pullman's son, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't get to talk to his father on Father's Day. He sounded like Bill. Which you don't sound like Emma.
Sorry.
But it was like, yeah, Lone Star. Anyway.
He's in Top Gun Maverick. Too.
Lewis.
Yeah,
He has
Lewis.
big movies, though.
Yeah.
He's dope. He's dope. Raised right. He's in Salem's Lot, which got delayed. But,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
he's the main guy in Salem's Lot.
Right on.
And he's gonna be my favorite book that I've read this year is TV adaptation. I'm really excited about it.
He's doing
Lessons
great.
in Chemistry.
And in 30 years, he'll be here.
He'll be here.
We'll get it right here with us.
Sweet
Gotcha.
And they'll be like, is Damien coming? They're like, Damien died.
No smoking.
He died, cigarette in his hand.
He died waiting for you
Axe
to,
in the other.
the two of your careers to fizzle out. Wow.
Awesome. Y'all want to go watch The Strangers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Go do it.
So I hope you guys enjoyed the tour and had a really great day. I know I did. We've had a beautiful day. Sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for coming. I know you guys, some of you came a very long way to be here. I sincerely appreciate it. And let's give one last round of applause for the Strangers for coming out.
Everybody for coming
This
out.
is
Yeah.
wonderful.
And you for putting all this together.
Yeah, round of applause for Kenny.
I love it. I'm obsessed with this movie. Well, all right, you guys, let's freaking watch The Strangers, and after that, Damien, we're gonna head kind of through the woods there with more snakes probably, and do some s'mores. You guys ready?
Yeah.
I'm not going to leave you guys. I stick around. Being the snake. How do I get down from here?
Roll.
Yeah.
All right, you guys leave? Okay.